I don't have any injuries to give you. The guys are coming in. I think we came out fairly healthy anyways. I thought, listen, I thought ended up being a good game for us, a good win for us. Coming off a big game, big AFC West game, and against the Chargers, and our guys powered through that in the week and Thanksgiving, the whole deal. So it was a good win to get, and then plus knowing that you've got the Bengals sitting right here up next. So our guys came in, they had good energy. I thought they fought all the way through the game, and I thought defensively we did a real nice job there. And I thought offensively, with the exception of some of the plays in the red zone, I thought it was a very productive game there. So, and then, we've kind of put Sky in, and we're trying to bring him along with the punt return stuff. But, he had a hiccup again yesterday. So we'll take that responsibility as a coaching staff. And, I was proud of him for stepping up and ended up with 5 receptions. He had one right after that. And he's a competitive kid, and he was crushed after the other one. But that's my responsibility. So I take that, and we'll see where we go forward here with the punt return. But I was proud of him. So anyways, with that, a good win to get, and we're obviously deep into Cincinnati. We've been working on them since early this morning, and we'll get ready for them going forward here. So anyways, with that, time's yours.
Let's go first to Herbie Teope. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Coach. Good afternoon. Hope you had a good night's sleep at least.
Yeah.
Hey, specifically to Sky Moore, you said we'll see where we go from there. And I'm understanding that Kadarius Toney is still dealing with the hamstring with Cole Hardman on injured reserve. How much do you see Justin Watson as your short-term fix until you're able to get those guys back?
Yeah, Justin, again, he looked like he caught the ball fairly easy back there and comfortable. We'll see. I haven't met with Tobe on it yet, but we'll see where we go moving forward with it. But he seemed to be a pretty good catcher back there.
Let's go next to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Andy. A couple things. First, the Sky Moore's fumbles have been a problem, but only one problem on special teams this year. Can you sort of talk about what's going on special teams and why maybe you haven't been as sharp this year as you've been in past years? And Brad, I'll have a second question as well.
Yeah. So we had the fake on us. This time is our second time we've had one, which is true, obviously, but we anticipated that happening and worked on it. It just, they got us. Listen, Adam, I think one great learning place for the players, especially the young players, is to put them on special teams. And then you just continually progress and get better as the season goes on. There are going to be some early issues as we go here. And then you hope that it continues to pick up as we go forward. So that's where we're at right now.
Okay. And I wanted to get your thoughts on Ronald Jones from yesterday's game. I know he didn't play a lot, but when he was in there, what's your thought about what he gave you?
Yeah, listen, I thought he ran hard. I think he had a lot of energy going, and everything was fast. It looked like to him, but he was productive. He had some good, strong runs. He caught the ball well when he had the opportunity to do that, and had a big gain there. So, I thought for the first time coming in, I thought he did well.
Let's go next to Pete Sweeney. Go, Pete.
Hey, Coach. I know there's no new information on the new injuries, but I was just curious about Kadarius, just considering he's had hamstring issues in the past. Are you guys being a little bit more cautious in bringing him back? And do you have an optimism level for him potentially just getting back in the mix this week?
Yeah, so he's working hard at getting back, and we are being cautious with it. and we'll see how he does this week as we go forward with it. But we're going to try not to bring him back and then have any setbacks after that. We don't want to go through that. So we'll see. We'll just see how it goes. Probably Pete is I'd tell you day to day, and we'll just see where he's at.
Let's go next to Aaron Ladd. Go ahead, Aaron.
Coach, I remember Frank telling us in training camp that you all are both LA boys, and y'all sat down and had a conversation at the end of last year that basically culminated to, we think you're a better player than what you put on tape. What have you seen him come in and do this year, especially with a new mindset?
Yeah, I think he's been on a mission to play well, and I think that's what's taking place. I mean, he's relentless and he's got a great attitude. So I think he's back to the Frank that we saw in that first year, and maybe even a little better. So, but he's playing very well, I think.
Go next to Seren Petro. Good, Seren.
And Brad, I'll have a follow-up. Coach, you've had great success with special teams here and in your career. Dave is, arguably the best that's ever been. Have you ever seen it go this wrong? And do you have is this a roster? Hey, we had to, churn through. We're missing Dan Sorensen. Are there any reasons why it seems that there have been so many issues that when your guys' track record says that this really shouldn't happen?
Yeah, I think Seren, we're playing a number of young guys. And, we're anticipating things to get better. We've gotten better in some areas, so we'll keep working through it. As far as the returner thing goes, I've been through that before. Again, I'm not going to put that on Sky. We've asked him to learn that and go in there and do it. And, we gave him a second chance to do it, and it didn't work out as well as we hoped, but we'll figure it out and we'll get it right. And Dave, he's as good as there is. So we'll get things straightened out there.
On the subject of Sky Moore, obviously you feel like you know him pretty well when you go through the whole draft process and now had a chance to coach him and everything. He bounced back. He seemed to really want to show the emotion. He had some good catches and everything. Do you know that that's how he bounced back? Is there a fear that, hey, if this gets out of hand, we could maybe lose this guy? He loses his confidence. Maybe it becomes a thing catching the ball. Did you have any fear on that front after you saw that punt go through his hands?
Well, listen, he was upset at himself, and so you never know. Until you get the guy here, we'd heard that he was a competitive kid, but you don't know until you stick him in front of 70,000 people in the National Football League at the highest level, that how they're going to respond. And so, I was proud of him for stepping right up and going. He had like I said, he had some nice plays for us there.
Looks like we got three more. We'll go right down the line, starting with Sam. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Andy. I wanted to ask you about the touchdown that Travis scored on. How much of that route is exactly how it appeared in the play, and how much of that is just him deciding improvisation there?
Yeah, the route was when he caught it and ran it. The route, it was what was drawn up after the catch. Now he came back across the field, so that was all him.
Thanks, Andy.
Yep.
Let's go next to Harold Kuntz. Go ahead, Harold.
Hey, Andy, hope you're doing well. A couple of questions for you. One, not just Sky, but all the rookies, because you're dealing with 10 of them from the jump. As we get to the midpoint of the season here, how did you and the coaching staff dealt with those conversations just with them, just to keep their confidence going, knowing that it's getting into the nitty gritty now and where it counts in November, December? And I'll have a follow-up, Brad.
Yeah, so I've been real happy with their improvement on the offensive, defensive side, special teams with, in most cases there. So I would just tell you that the things we've told them is just keep going, keep pushing forward. If there's a mistake in there, learn from it, and let's get back on and go, and let's not have it, shake your confidence in that area. So I think they've done a good job of that.
And also the follow-up I had for you, I know you mentioned the red zone offense, and I know part of that in the fourth quarter is just trying to run the ball and trying to make sure you just get time down. But is there anything else when you looked at the film that you identified that, okay, this isn't working in certain places that we needed to work on, and then this is also something we needed to improve on even more going forward?
Yeah, we needed to run it better and more accurate. And we had some issues there we've got to take care of, and whether it's the play or the call at that time or the actual blocking part of it. So we've got to tighten that up, because the defense that they were playing, they're giving you that opportunity to do that.
We'll go last to Matt McMullen. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Coach. I know you have much larger goals than this, but you secured a 10th consecutive winning season here in Kansas City on Sunday. Sustained success in the NFL is the hardest thing to do. What's it mean to you that you've brought a decade of winning here to Kansas City now?
Yeah, listen, it's an honor, first of all, to have an opportunity to coach here, just like it is for you guys to write about the Chiefs. I mean, it's a great place to be, and it's a great time. So the main thing is, when you're sitting in the seat I'm sitting in, is you got to keep winning, right? So you don't sit back and rest on those things, Matt. I mean, you've been around me, and I'm kind of, okay, that's great. Let's go. Let's go on to the next one. And the next one ends up being the most important one. So that's where we're at. But I don't want to slight the fact that it's, a lot of you guys are from Kansas City and proud of it. And so it's great to have a winning program.
Coach, we appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us.
Okay. Thank you.